there, comic book friends. I'm Travis, and it's new comic book day, or at least new comic book day for me. I saw my comic books came in, so I made a mad dash home from work to pick them up. Hopefully, I get them back to work, and then maybe get a review on a break or whatever. It looks like last week, because these are last week's comics, because of course, Discount Comic Book Service screwed up. Haven't heard back from them yet. I did email them and ask some questions I expect some answers from. They didn't mail it out until Friday. They're supposed to mail them out on Wednesday, so I get them by the weekend so I can talk about them or read them over the weekend and thoroughly enjoy them. But no, they didn't put them in the mail stream until Friday. So I look forward to hearing from them about what the heck the deal is with that. Anyway, 18. I'm just going to jump right into them really quickly because, of course, I have to get back to work. So we have Redlands. I think this is issue number, 6? Number 6. This has been a hiatus for a while. Looking forward to having it back, checking it out, and reading it and whatnot. I really enjoyed it. One of the witches is possessed by a murdered ghost. Who's going to seek some revenge, it looks like. So curious to check that out, see what that is, and what is going on with Dad, their dad. The witch's dad is going to show up. So I don't know what that means either, but that's going to be pretty interesting because Dad just ate somebody's nose a few issues ago. Anyway, so here we are, back early, number 21. Yeah, it's been all kinds of fun. I don't know what's going on with this one. Who is the enemy within? I don't have any clue whatsoever. But yeah, I'm going to checking it out. I continue to enjoy this book. It's a nice, tame superhero book. Lots of fun. I like this new chat thing because I can see people talking. Rez Reads is here and Comic Crack is here. Rez and Terrence, how's it going, guys? At any rate, and they're chatting amongst themselves while I'm showing off my comics. Let's see. This is Motherlands, issue number 3, Meat and Murder. So we get more of mom and daughter hunting the mom's son down. He's like the interdimensional, intergalactic criminal, and they are hunting him down. He is worth all kinds of money. So this woman here is another bounty hunter who is kind of sneakily watching them and is going to steal the stuff from them, steal the bounty at some point. And she's like this hybrid genetic uber character. She's all massive balls of flesh and all kinds of weird stuff and whatnot. So yeah, I'm looking forward to checking that out. It hasn't been mind-blowing size spirit book, but it's been fun. I'm curious to see what all goes to. So yeah, we'll see how that plans out. Issue 6 of Kid Lobo finally has arrived. I think this is the end of the arc. Hard to tell with these Mignola books. Interestingly, the main cover is not by Tess Flower this time around. It's by Robbie something, who's going to be doing the art on the shoot, trying to remember what the heck the name of the book is called. It's a new book from the Black Crown stuff that is going to be it's kind of the cosmonauts of the dead, I guess. I can't remember what it's called though. Boo. Anyway, there's that. Imaginary Fiends, issue number 5 of 6. Looking forward. Every issue of Imaginary Fiends has been better than the last issue, so I'm really excited to see where this goes. I talked with Rez probably a month ago about this book, and about the fact that we're kind of surprised that it is only a miniseries. It feels like something. It feels like old Vertigo work, and it feels like there's a lot of potential for it to go on and on and on and on. So I'm hope that, I don't know, maybe there's a hope that trade sales are good for this book and they'll continue to put it out in singles and they'll have more story to tell. Otherwise, I think it's going to, see some, it's just going to end and leave a lot of open stuff, which is fine. Like I said, I hope we get more though. I hope we get more. Tim Seeley. Let's see. Hungry Ghost, issue number 3. This is our turtle soup or whatever. It turns into, I can't remember what this Japanese monster is called. I used to know. I'm looking forward to reading this. I'm of two minds about it now. We've found out that once this is all done, they're going to put out a hardback version of it and with recipes in it and all that kind of stuff, which sounds fun. Sounds like the fun version. So it almost sounds like those of us who are reading the singles are almost being punished, which is kind of a bummer. There should be a reward for being the person who picks it up in singles, because the singles are what keeps the book alive long enough to make it to the trade, to then get the energy to get sales and whatnot. Thank you. Comments on my wonderful beard today. It is looking okay, isn't it? Days of Hate. Issue number, what are we on? 4 now? 3 right there. Chapter 3 of 12. This will probably be the last thing I read, not because it's not good, because it's really, really good. It's just damn depressing at the same time. It's set in a near future of America, where all the kind of stuff that is kind of on the fringes of feeling like it could happen here in the United States, as far as race goes, as far as the government, and just this kind of simmering, sinister stuff that I feel like is going on, and clearly Ellis Cott, the writer of it, feels like is going on, is going to be is kind of writing a story about that. Not sure exactly what all the corners of that we're going to explore, but clearly racism is a definite huge part of this. So I'm just kind of curious to see where all it goes. Good stuff, but that's the kind of take the wind out of your sails kind of thing, because it's pretty heavy stuff. Let's see, Animosity, issue number 13, and Jessie is the queen. She is the queen, and she's got a giant larva in her hands there. They're dealing with the bees right now. They're kind of stuck between the bees. The bees have colonized on a like the whole East Coast. Bees are all in one place kind of thing. They've taken over an entire dam. That is where their colony is living at. And some farmers. The farmers want to control the bees because clearly that pollinates their stuff and whatnot. And they're not giving the bees the right to make their own decisions, even though the bees are just as sentient as any of the people or anybody else is. So curious to see where that plays out to. Black Magic. Yes. Issue number 11. Got our infinite burning magic hand there. Always a gorgeous book. Wonderful art in it. I don't know what more I can say about it. I think we're starting to get more of the all the players that are in here. They've encountered some witch hunters. It's really not the witch hunters that are the scary thing right now. There's this whole other magic-y kind of group of creepy, eyelids showed shut, animated dolls, scary crap that they're going to be dealing with, which sounds like it's going to be pretty excellent as far as that goes. So, Demon, Hell is Earth, issue number 5 of 6. I like the Demon. I like Jason Blood. It's got Merlin. It's got Xanadu in it. I like all the characters. This is a pretty run-of-the-mill story, though. It's not anything exceptional. A Piece of Hell is coming out. It kind of it's an insult to Demon. So Demon is willing to fight this thing to put it back in hell, it seems. The art is fine by Walker. But it's not, I'm not overly excited by the book. But it just kind of is. So, Detective Comics 977. Now once been, now Killing Machine. So we're still dealing with the colony, which are like super soldiers, built by Kate Kane, Batwoman's dad. And they are wreaking havoc, and Batman's going to put them to rest for the Batman Eternal, this last hurrah for Tiny the Fourth, before he is off the book. So, yeah, I don't know. It's been actually decent. I just haven't been super excited. I mean, the last issue was good. They're writing Tim Drake as a whiny little brat, which is how I see him. So it makes for a good book, right? Kind of read some comments here. Comic the Spectre and Dead Man in that Demon book. No, Neither of them are. There is a Dead Man book out, which I dropped, that Neil Adams was doing, but the story was just unreadable in my opinion. Maybe the Spectre's in that. I love Dead Man too. Dead Man, the Spectre, and Demon all in a book would be awesome, but no, it doesn't have them in it. So looking forward to reading this. Mother Panic, Gotham AD. This is spinning out of the Milk Wars stuff. They've restarted Mother Panic. She has fallen into her own little dimension. She did not make it back to her original dimension, so now she's in a Gotham that Batman disappeared a long time ago. And the people that she's been fighting against this whole time, the people that kind of made the boarding house that she lived in, that kind of made her into what she is, have gentrified Gotham over the last 10 years. She has shown up here. She knows she's out of place, but she's going to make what's right, what she can while she's here. And this first issue does have the Joker in it, but not the Joker like you normally see him, because most of these supervillains have either been pushed underground or have been gentrified themselves, kind of a thing. So very much looking forward to diving into the new book. Still written by Jody Hauser. I really like her take on Violet. I love how foul-mouthed she is and all that kind of stuff. Abraham Mustafa is now the new artist on the book. Boyd doing colors. So very much looking forward to it. Checking that out. The final issue of Mystic U, The Dead Shall Rise. I have not been that excited by this. Decent art by Mike Norton. It's just not. It's just not spun for me. It's not spun for me. The story's not. It would be, I think, preteen to teen would enjoy the heck out of this a whole bunch. I know Sleepy Reader, he seems to be on board with it. These characters, I want a different story. I want to read a dark story, and we get into a disagreement or a conversation about whether or not there are too many dark stories out there and whatnot, which there probably are, but that's still my preference. So. And I'm not against bright and cheery stuff. This isn't really that either. For me, it's not. I mean, the Super Sons is a bright, cheery DC book that I enjoy the hell out of. So it's a fun book. This doesn't have that fun, I don't feel like, either. Issue 3 of Raven, the Daughter of Darkness. This is 12-issue maxi series. Says mini-series. I don't know. Back in the 80s, we'd call anything that was over 6 or 8 issues would be a maxi series, but whatever. I don't think it really matters. But yeah, I'm still really enjoying this. Written by Marv Wolfman. Mahan does the art. I'm liking this character. Her as a solo character, she's interesting. She gets to be more have more dimension to her than she does in the Titan book. In the Titan book, it feels more like she's just the dark brooding. And here she has to try and live life. She's living with her aunt, and she has to try and live as much of a normal teenage life as she can while this creepy stuff going on. There's some, alien type person that she's encountered. That alien type person can kind of tap into your brain and make you see all kinds of stuff. So she's had some struggles with some Trigon flashbacks and that sort of thing and whatnot. But I've actually kind of really enjoyed it. Oh, yes. Book I'm excited for, as always, Saga, issue number 50. The fact that it's an independent book that has gone 50 issues, has been $2.99 the entire way along. Just always brilliant, really good stuff. Reads super fast, but I love it. It's very enjoyable. I love all the characters in it. So we'll see where it's going. I mean, they get this fun family picture on the cover here. But there's some wicked people that are right on the cusp of getting them. So we'll see how that plays out. Picking up a new Valiant book. I'm going to try Shadow Man again. I've tried this in the past. I like the idea of Shadow Man. It kind of taps into the undead. And it's so it's a superhero, supernatural book. I like that vibe. So I'm back on board with this relaunching. Andy Digley writing it. Stefan Sigva on art. We'll see. The covers are by, I can't say his name. He normally works for Dark Horse doing, most of the time he does Lobster Johnson stories. So, but yeah, I look forward to checking it out and seeing the whole voodoo thing and whatnot. Do we get a decent book? We'll see how long it goes. I tried it in the past and haven't always been excited by it. So I keep kind of picking it up and dropping it, picking up and dropping it. Next up, we have the Terrifics issue number 2, as people are calling the Fantastic Four of the DC universe. Of course, Marvel just announced they're doing a new Fantastic Four book. So that will be the real Fantastic Four book. If this is supposed to kind of be the Fantastic Four, I get it. I can kind of see some of those connections. I do not like the portrayal of Metamorpho in this book, Rex. They have him being really kind of the dumb blockhead meathead. And I'm not keen on that. I'm not saying that Rex is the smartest guy in the tool shed, but he shouldn't be just a bruiser, and that's all he's coming across as, and that's unfortunate. I don't know. They need to dumb him down to make Mr. Terrific smarter. Mr. Terrific's the 3rd smartest man in the DC universe. They already got a goofy guy on it. Plastic Man's on it, and he's fun and goofy and whatnot. And Phantom Girl. I really like the art. Reyes' art is smart in it. We'll see where it actually lands as far as a story goes. LaRossa is here, and she is asking me if I'm going to pick up the new Fantastic Four book. I do not know. It's going to come down to how I feel when I go to order my comics as when I'm going to get it. Dan Slott is writing it. I got nothing really against Dan Slott other than I don't want to read Spider-Man anymore. I've read some of his Silver Surfer, which really felt like a homage to, or a tribute to, like, Doctor Who, and I enjoyed that. So I don't know. I would like to read more on what his thoughts are of what he wants to do with the book. So I'd like to get a sense of what it's like. I'll probably pick up number 1, unless it's like the $5 or $6 number 1. Then I don't know. Even with my discount, that starts to get steep. So I don't know. Like I said, it's going to come down to what I feel like at the time. I'm ordering my comics. And finally, this time around, Abbott issue number 3. The halfway point is this isn't 4 issues, right? This is 6 issues. Man, if it's 4 issues, it's gonna be a bummer. 5. So we're basically at the midway point in Abbott. Really, really dig this book. I really think that Saladin Ahmed is a really smart writer. He wrote the Black Bolt, this last Black Bolt run, which I really, really loved. So I want to see more. I want to see him do more of stuff everywhere. You get him in DC writing some stuff, put him all over the place writing things. I want to see him take on more stuff. So Abbott is set in the early 70s, I want to say 72, 74, or is it late 60s? Can't remember now. But about a newspaper journalist, and her last name is Abbott, and she is she's in Detroit during a really volatile time of Detroit. She's trying to figure that out. She's writing articles that get her kind of in trouble with white America. She's very critical of the police because, even back then, Chicago police were pretty questionable and that sort of thing. So Terrence is asking for interiors for the book. I love it. I love the colors. Jason Wardy, I believe, is the colorist on it. It's got this really good vibe to it. I love the panel layouts. It's got some crazy voodoo type stuff going on. Here's this like undead sewed together centaur that's chasing her. Like I said, there's some supernatural stuff happening. Some black people are being killed. And the police department and white America is just kind of wanting to write it off as being, just black on black crime, no big deal. And her ex-husband is a police officer and kind of tips her off. And so she's digging deeper into the whole story. It's got it's just some decent kind of politics of the era and that sort of stuff. We'll see how it goes. I don't know if Rez has read this yet. I think she loses her job in this one, Rez. You keep talking about how she might have something going on with her, with the head editor of the newspaper. I don't think she does, because I think she gets fired in this issue. But we'll see. We'll see. And that is it. I need to get done so I can hurry up and get something to eat and get back to work. so I can read some comics. Thank you guys for coming and chatting. I really like, as far as the live thing goes, I really like the comments flying up there live like that one. That is awesome. It's great to have you guys here and to ask me some questions and chat amongst yourselves because this is a social thing full of happy people and whatnot. I am out of here, though. Have a great one. Hopefully I get my comics this week. I'll do some sort of comic book roundtable. If not this week's comics, I'll be talking about this stack of comics in some way or another. Anyway, have a great one, everybody. And hopefully see you later on in the week.